Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. We're so excited to be here with you tonight on the line, and we just really want to thank you. We appreciate you taking 30 minutes out of your, I hope, what has been a super, super fun summer for your family, even in the midst of all the craziness in the marketplace today, to spend a little time with us. And we are going to share with you tonight something that we are super excited about, something that has literally changed the financial blueprint of our family. And, 14 years ago, when we were kind of in the midst of our own personal storm, we really were searching for answers. And little did we know the answers that we were going to find in partnership with this amazing company would be completely life-changing for us. But it absolutely has been that. So we want to welcome you tonight. Our heart tonight is to give you some great information, hopefully answer some of your questions, but give you the information that you need to make a right decision for yourself and for your family. And in the midst of this tumultuous business climate and such a changing marketplace out there today, we really want to give you hope. We want to cast a vision for what's possible, kind of give you the ability to see this journey a little bit through our eyes and what we've been able to do as we've blazed a trail with so many, in partnership with so many other talented people on our team, so that you guys have the tracks to run on, so that you know with confidence as you get started that you can come out of the gate running and create as much success as you would hope to create for your family.
Who are we?
Who are we? We are Michael and Cindy Hedges. I was just going to get to that. This is my husband, Michael. And we're going to, if it's okay, before we just dive into all of this information, we'd like to share our story with you on how we got started with this amazing company. And I will go first. How about that? All right. Okay, so when we got started 14 years ago, our lives looked a lot different than they look today. And we had here, I think I'm going to talk for a minute instead of sharing my screen, because then we're just on the screen. But we have a big family. We have 8 children. I'll show you a picture in a minute. We just had our 13th grandchild, Friday. She's brand new, and just so much life, so much blessing. But for a lot of years, it was really challenging. We walked through a long season of just what I call steadfast perseverance. We had to be obedient to what we knew to be right and to do the right things, but it wasn't a lot of fun. Some of it was really, really hard and challenging, and kind of at a precipice of that journey, we found ourselves physically at the end of ourselves and financially kind of drowning up to our eyeballs in debt. And it was not homes and cars. It was credit card debt. It was me being a yes mom with a big family and just wanting to make sure everybody was doing well. So when we got started with this, really for us, it was a big shift in career, because my background, both of us have a background in corporate America. My husband's going to share his story specifically. I worked in corporate America, I don't know how many years, but all the jobs I had for the most part were fun, but they were all consuming like corporate America is. But at the same time, I always taught fitness. So I was able to come home, and I'd been home for about 12 years before this opportunity came across our path with our kids. And I was teaching fitness. I taught fitness for over 33 years. I love health and fitness. I love helping people get healthy and well. I was doing something that I loved, and I had a lot of flexibility in my schedule, but I really didn't have a lot of time. And at the same time, my health was really kind of taking a nosedive, and it was about a 4-year journey that led me to the nutritional system that our partner company offers, that literally when I put it in my body, just shifted everything around just in such a short amount of time. It took my super tired, burned out body, couldn't think straight till 3 in the afternoon, exhausted every day, 12 sticky pounds in my body, even though we were eating organic and doing all right things. I could not lose a pound for more than 4 years. And it just reset everything. And I just, boom, woke up. I felt amazing. I looked great because it kind of just shrink wrapped my body. And I walked back into the club, you know, like the following week, and my friends were like, what did you do? I just saw you last week. How can you look like that? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's that stuff Doris has been talking about. I feel amazing. And they're like, I don't care what it is, get it for me. So I was like super excited that at 42, I'd been sliding into a middle-aged mom body, and this like turned all that around. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've got something that I can really help people with. And so I just started sharing it, not even knowing there was any type of an opportunity really connected to it. And it just kind of grew organically at first until we really looked at it. But the flip side of it was, at the same time, 4 months before I started using this incredible nutrition, my husband had come to me and said, honey, I love you. And it's been great having you home. I know you love to teach fitness, but you know, we had 15 people living in our home with our kids. We had extra people living with us that I was taking care of, and all that financial burden was on Michael. And he's like, I have no desire to be the mayor of a small town. You know, you need to go back to work full-time, corporate America, dust off your resume, get your package put together, back into the workforce. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did not want to do that. Even though I love business and I love people, and I do. I mean, our kids, we had 7 kids at home. I had less than no time. It was almost a joke. Like, are you kidding me? Go to work full time? I already worked double full time as it was, because he was traveling 4 days a week and nights. I'm like, our family would have imploded. And so I just like hit my knees. I'm like, what could I do? You know, how could I leverage my time? How could I was always working hard to bring extra income into the family. And that's when all of this kind of opened up to us. And we had such an incredible experience. And I'll let Michael share his experience, that we really were like, hey, we're going to look at this. Like, could this be a viable option? Is this real? Could this be a real opportunity for our family? And so I'll let you kind of dive in.
Well, before I start, I think I need to put my mask on. I'm going to be talking to everybody, and oh wait, I don't have to do that. Actually, this is an opportunity meeting, so I want to. You'll feel it, because every time you put a mask on, you're like, oh my gosh, that's right, we're in the midst of this craziness. But honestly, if you have a phone and a laptop, you don't even need your laptop. You're in business with Isagenix as long as you have access to internet. So you don't need to have the mask on. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through, from a person who was in corporate America for almost half my life, what it meant to us. And the first thing is that you cannot separate the company and the opportunity of Isagenix.
Yeah.
From the results that we got with the products. That's how I got into it. My results aren't typical, and I lost quite a bit of weight in a short amount of time, but I got my body back. I got my health back. And right now, I just turned 60 this year. I'm stronger, Mark, than I was when I was 20 or 30 or 40. I am stronger now at 60 than I've been, in years. So I have a video if you want it, Mark. I was benching 315. It was easy. So it's pretty good for a 60-year-old. But
and we can't make any claims, and we're not going to talk to.
You're going to be able to. No. There's no claims, and everybody, it's not.
It's working out good.
It's working out.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's working out good. But the thing that really was such an impactful thing that happened in our lives was when Cindy started working it as a business, and really we weren't even looking we were looking for an opportunity, but we weren't looking specifically to get into an industry like this. And so we saw the product started working and people were asking us about it. We're like, okay, we'll share it with a few people. Well, it went from a little business to a big business to an empire. I mean, it's just right now we have on our team over 450,000 people. And that's just through people sharing it with people sharing it with people. And so But in the beginning, when we were $60,000 in credit card debt, and I'm working, and I'm like, I can't make any more money. Every time I have a bonus with my company, I was in medical sales. It already had been spoken for, so the money was already spent before I even got the bonus. And as kids get older, and the increase in expenditures was happening, we were going in debt probably another $1,000 every month, no matter what I did, no matter how well we were trying to save. So I knew we needed something. And I would say this right now, and just for everyone listening, if you're thinking about the opportunity, or if you're going back into this as an opportunity, is that you need something. You need a plan B. You need a contingency plan. You need a side hustle, because Cindy will talk about some statistics, but Forbes said that 50% of the jobs being done right now will not even exist in 5 years. So things are changing rapidly, and if you have income on the side, that just means your options are more or wider, and they're more open. So we started looking at it, and I honestly, here's what happened to me. I'm in corporate America. I'm a top salesperson, and my territory is performing. But every year they would change my territory, or they would change what I was promoting. And then what really kind of drove me into pursuing this full time with Cindy, and I actually, in March next year, will be 10 years that I retired from medical sales. And nobody retires. They either get downsized, or they get promoted, or they get, jump to another company. I never did that. I was loyal to my company. But the last 3 years I was with my company, I went on the trip, so I was one of the top salespeople, but I got a 0% raise. The next year I got a 0% raise, and then I got a 2% raise or something. In 3 years, I barely got any raises, even though I was one of the top persons in the company. And they attributed it to the downturn in the environment in 2008 and 9 and all those types of things. But I just thought it was kind of a slap in the face. And then if anyone else is in corporate America right now, you know how things are. Highly regulated. They basically turned me from a person who utilized a lot of skills that I had acquired over the years in sales to just kind of like a monkey that like pushes a button. I was told what I was supposed to say, who I was supposed to say it to, how many times a month or week I was supposed to say it, and I couldn't deviate. And so it just became, I was so frustrated because I was utilizing like zero of my skills. And I just felt completely unfulfilled. And honestly, I enjoyed it for about 10 years, and then I endured it for 10 years. The last 5 years, I was like, I gotta find something else. So I told Cindy, and when we first started, my first goal was like, honey, all I want to be able to do is I want to be able to go to Starbucks 5 days a week and not have to worry about buying a latte. That was my initial goal with Isagenix, or with this company. Sorry, let's listen. So that was the initial goal, but later on, it turned into something completely different. And we have, of course, somebody at the door.
Nobody ever comes to the door and rings the doorbell, but now Topanga's trying to open the door.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So it just turned into something completely and totally different. And those last 3 years I was with the company, and so the clincher was when they took our defined benefit pension plan, which I had waited 25 years to enjoy. I'm like, I'm not going to switch companies. They promised me this money. They completely dissolved the pension plan. So all the years that I had gone into my back office, okay, when I'm 62, I can get a lump sum check for whatever, gone, completely gone. And at that time, I realized that in their eyes, I was just a number on a ledger sheet for some accountant back at the home office. I didn't mean anything to anybody. I was, they were happy that my territory was performing, but it was really all about the bottom line and shareholders. So, and honestly, the last 5 years I was with the company, I probably went through about 10 downsizings where I'm waiting by the phone, waiting for my manager to call me. Do I still have a job? So there's, when people say that corporate America is secure, it's not secure. And anyone that's in it right now knows that for sure. So what we're doing now is completely fulfilling to me. We get to utilize all the talents, skills, and experience that God has given us. And we are able to every morning get up with light in our eyes, wondering who are we going to bless today, whether it's through the opportunity or the products. So I just encourage you. This is, it's been an incredible journey for us, and not only for us, but I'm happy to tell you that in the almost 14 years we've been doing this, we have 7 people in our business that are making more than we are. Some of them have only been doing it for a few years. We have maybe 100 people that are earning a six-figure income, and countless others that are making car payments and putting kids into private school or paying down debt. And so these are things that I want you to look at and think, you know, when you think of this, can it be done? It can be done. It's being done by thousands of people. And anyway, so I could go on and on. I appreciate you guys listening, and Cindy's going to go through some more amazing statistics, and this is really truly a great opportunity. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to shift really quick here and share my screen, and I apologize for all the kind of craziness. Okay. So this is us, and again, we're just going to go through, this is our family. This is our beautiful family. I just thought it's more fun if you can see our faces when we're talking, but these are some of our babies. I'll make a slide for a future presentation with all of our cute, cute little babies, and all of our beautiful babies have been created with this amazing nutrition. They're so perfect and awesome. And we talked about this right now being such a time of uncertainty. It just is. And throw on top of it all of this COVID craziness. And it's just like a recipe for uncertainty, insecurity, and just like a shaky foundation for a lot of families in their lives. So tonight, again, as I quickly go through this information, I want to share the facts with you because I want you to have the information, but I want you to just feel it from our hearts. This is a real opportunity for you. This really can be your answer and a solution that can transform not only your health, but your health physically, financially, and create an income producing asset that will change the financial blueprint of your family. The need for money today is real. The student loan debt is skyrocketing. Look at this. More than 30 million people are out of work right now, and over 800 million jobs globally. People will lose their jobs, and those jobs are not coming back. Let me minimize this. Those jobs are not coming back. I think that's the thing that people really need to understand, is that we are in a paradigm shift right now in this economy, and technology is skyrocketing. AI is huge. I mean, literally in 10 years, so much 800 million global workers lose their job because of technology and the surge in technology. It's incredible. Okay. It's not letting me advance. Let's see. Okay. So there's really three basic ways that people earn money in the marketplace today: linear, leveraged, residual. This is all stuff I learned as we started into this opportunity. I never in my whole life thought about, how are we earning money? How do you build wealth? We didn't have a family that taught us to do it. We had, my dad was very successful in business. He was an international business consultant, traveled all over the world, made a great income his whole career, but it cost him. My dad was gone Monday through Friday, every single week of our lives, building a business to make somebody incredibly wealthy and provide for our family, but at the expense of himself and our family to see him. It was crazy. But even with as much money as my dad made, it was still linear income. Linear income is trading time for money. If you're not working, you're not getting paid. Leveraged income, slightly better, is leveraging your efforts through the efforts of others, but you're still, there's still some drawbacks to that. Residual income is kind of the blue sky money. Residual income is doing the work once and getting paid on that work long after that initial effort is done. What is wealth? This is one of my favorite guys, Robert Kiyosaki. He's written some fantastic books, 3 specific books that I love: Dad, Poor Dad, The Cash Flow Quadrant, and his most recent book, The Business of the 21st Century, which is all about the industry that we're going to talk briefly about tonight. But he defines wealth as the number of days that you can survive without physically working and still maintain your standard of living. So here's an example. Say your cost of living every month is $4,000 a month. You've got $12,000 in the bank. Then your wealth is about 3 months or 90 days worth of wealth, meaning that you could stop what you're doing and continue to enjoy the level of lifestyle that you currently live. And so if you had to stop working tomorrow, how long could you survive? That's a really good question. And a lot of people are finding themselves in that situation right now. So the cash flow quadrant, this is in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he talks about really there's 4 different ways to produce income. The left side of the quadrant is the employee and the self-employed, and the right side of the quadrant is the business owner and the investor. On the left side of the quadrant, employee and self-employed, again, this is a linear income model. You're trading time for dollars. You could even be, I mean, it's the same for a Starbucks barista as it is for a brilliant brain surgeon, an architect, an engineer, highly educated people that are very successful in their field, but they're still trading time for dollars. 95% of the population are on the left side of the quadrant, but only 5% of the wealth. On the right side of the quadrant is a business owner and an investor, but typically to be in that category, either of those 2 categories, you've got to be well capitalized. You've got to have a lot of money or means or resources to be able to play in that leveraged quadrant. And so 95% of the wealth is on this right side of the quadrant, only 5% of the population. So what we're talking about tonight is teaching you, showing you how to build a vehicle that can take you successfully from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. So a lot of people are doing a lot of different things in the marketplace today, trying to leverage their time, but it's still, and all of them are good. I mean, they're selling things online, getting a second job, renting rooms, probably not the best idea in this climate, but giving rides and Uber, influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, I mean, online coaching, blogging, you've seen all of it. All of them have some value. They all do have some value. There's no downside to a side hustle. There's only benefits to building more than one source of income. A side hustle is the new job security. Great quote from Forbes. But the bottom line is they're still trading time for money. If you're not working, you're not getting paid. That's what we want to change. So in changing that, we're going to look at an industry called network marketing. Network marketing is, I don't know what your experience has been, if there's any background with this at all, but for me personally, we had a few experiences with network marketing. We never built a business before. I saw the brilliance of a shared partnership, building a network, linking arms with people, but I never was passionate about anything. And to be honest, I thought it was a little silly. And I had friends that did candles, cookware, and jewelry, baskets, all kinds of things. They were always inviting me to their party. And I just never went because I just felt like, oh my goodness, why would I spend $40 on a basket when I could buy a basket at TJ Maxx for $7.99 that I like just as well? I just didn't see the purpose in it. And it just seemed small to me, honestly, in the beginning. And I would, it wasn't until we dove into the partner company that we have the privilege to work with today that was life-changing. It was nutrition. But let's take a look at what this business model offers us. It's location independent. Guys, we have been all over the world with this incredible company. And it doesn't matter where we are in the world, we can always work our business if we choose to. Because like Michael said, all you need is a smartphone or a laptop computer. The internet has completely changed our lives and completely changed the landscape of business today. You work from a flexible schedule. You choose your own hours. It's uncapped residual income opportunity. And I'm going to show you that. Incredible mentorship, honest and true. This industry, unlike any other, like Michael said, he was a top performing income earner in a Fortune 50 pharmaceutical company, like the #1 guy typically every single year in his territory. But he was told towards the end, it was just so controlled. Here they've got this brilliant mind. This guy with so much personality and intellect and great skills and incredible relational skills. And he couldn't utilize most of that. It was so locked down. And this is an industry where he was able to bring all of his talents and gifts and skills, his background, his time and energy, and pour it into this beautiful network of people that we had created in this organization, and just start pouring himself into their lives. And I was able to do the same. And that's one of the things I love best about it. You can leverage social media, low barrier to entry. I mean, you can get started, you know, with our company. It's for the cost that you're gonna, you know, feed your body, whatever the food you're gonna buy. It's food with a compensation plan. So many benefits. Why this industry too? This is a real industry, guys. $190 billion a year industry. It out earns like the NFL, the music industry, so many other industries that are huge in the marketplace. Network marketing is stronger. And specifically, the biggest part of that is dominated by the health and beauty industry. This is a $500 billion industry. So that's kind of the why there. What if you could get paid for sharing something that you love? My guess would be that you're already sharing things every single day that you love. I was sharing all the time. I could have been a Costco ambassador. I was always talking about the great things I was finding at Costco. And then my girlfriends, I'd call them up and say, oh my gosh, they have the most beautiful flower baskets, or I got these really cool rugs, or they've got all these cute stuff for kids, or boots, or whatever it is. And my girlfriends would get off the phone with me and hustle themselves down to Costco and pick up whatever it was that, you know, they were interested in that I was sharing. And I was happy to do it because I loved Costco. I never even thought twice about it. But never one time did I get a card or a check in the mail from Costco. Hey, Cindy, thanks for sharing the products and your friends coming down to buy it. Here's a bonus back for you. Here's a referral bonus. None of that happened. Apple, I do it with my Mac products all the time. Amazon, we do it every single day. Well, we had a life-changing experience with these nutritional products. And so we started sharing. This beautiful company that we have partnered with now for 14 years is called Isagenix, and it's the art of well-being. And you know, the word Isagenix in Latin means balanced life. And that's really what Isagenix has meant for our family, for our health, for the finances of our family, giving us as parents more time to be home with our children, just taking that financial pressure out of our family so that there's just more ease and joy in our home with our children. It has meant everything. It's been priceless. We're so grateful every day. But, you know, those are like the emotional things, like when I'm talking to people about why this company, why Isagenix, there's a lot of companies in this space. And there's some good companies in this space that have some decent products. But why Isagenix? In my personal opinion, I don't believe that there's another company in the whole world like Isagenix. But I mean, the strength of this company, 18 years and still growing strong with over 7 billion in sales. It's a private company. It will never go public, and it has 0 operational debt. Over 300 people are Legacy Club members, and that means these people have earned a cumulative of $1 million or more in their Isagenix business. We have over 28 of those people on our personal team. It's incredible. It's a huge give back company, 15 million to charities. It's incredible, feeding children all over the world in underprivileged nations. It's amazing. It's a trusted and respected company. These are some other big deal things. Health and wellness business opportunity. Like I said, $500 billion industry and growing. Think about this. We've got an aging baby boomer generation that's driven every major marketing trend since the 1940s. And like 2 or 3 years ago, they started to turn 65 to the tune of 10 1,000 people every day. And that's going to continue for the next 19 years. It's the hugest demographic. They drive all the extra, like 55% of the discretionary income that's spent is spent by this demographic. And we're aging and we don't like it. So we're willing to spend the money to stay young, look great, maintain our vitality and our health, and feel amazing. And that's exactly what Isagenix offers. We're in global expansion, huge momentum. Again, results driven by science. All of the products, science-backed. We've got 6 clinical trials, and you can get that information from the person that invited you on this call. I just want you to know how incredible the nutrition is with this company. It's food with a compensation plan, literally, guys. The compensation model is unmatched, and the income potential unlimited. Here's just a quick picture I threw in here. This is Michael and I. This is Michael and I in our 30s on the left in his OSU sweatshirt. And this is a good picture of us, guys. Like, this is probably after we did like the cabbage soup diet or something to kind of lean up a little bit. And Michael struggled with his weight a little bit more than I did. But I was teaching like 8 to 12 classes at that time, just working out so hard. It was like I couldn't eat less and work out more. And I just still was not seeing the results that time was meriting. And here we are in our 50s. I'm literally 25 years older in the picture on the right. And so is Michael. In our 50s, just like he said, we looked and felt better all through our 40s and our 50s than we did in our late 20s and 30s. Okay, how do you build with Isagenix? What really is the business structure? All we're doing is building a direct-to-consumer distribution network with just 2 teams. That's it. 2 teams. You build a huge network of happy product using consumers. You earn 6% on all of the business volume that flows through your organization. So the way I like to explain this is like going back to Costco, my Costco example. I love Costco. Do you shop at Costco? We do, and we have the executive card. Why? Because we make 2%, not 6, 2% back on every dollar that we spend in the store. And we love that. We're grateful for it. It usually pays for our membership and then an extra $100 or whatever for fun to spend in the store. But what if you could partner with a company like a Costco that's a wholesale club that you get online, you order everything that you want. It's like owning your own online global health and wellness store. You shop from the privacy of your own home or wherever you are in the world, and your product is delivered right to your front door, saves you time, saves you money, and not only the product that you order, but imagine with me again in Costco. Next time you go to Costco, show your Costco card, walk in about 10 feet, 20 feet, turn around and look at the door and watch the people coming in the door after you at Costco. Would you like it if Costco paid you 2% of on every dollar that those people spent as they shopped in the store that day? Of course you would. So would I. But that's exactly what Isagenix does. As your team builds, everybody benefits together. I love that. All the volume is shared among the whole organization. And all you're doing is using product every month and maintaining an active status. And the person that shared the call with you tonight will explain that to you. But you get paid every single week. It's calculated every day. You're paid on your entire organization, unlimited depth, and all reorders. So again, you're building a distribution system of happy product users. It's food with a compensation plan. The opportunity is real, guys. I should find out how many people in our organization have maxed out their business center, but you have the opportunity to create $13,500 earnings in just 1 week. And when your 2 teams produce that kind of business volume, that you're making that kind of income, $702,000 a year, then Isagenix gives you the opportunity to open a new business center right above your current business center. They continue to pay you on your entire first business center, that $700,000 a year, or whatever level you're at. But when you re-enter, that big business then becomes the power team on the second build. So you build just one more team, not another 2 teams, just one more team. And you're paid the same on that organization. And it's mind-blowing that when you look at the opportunity with this company, your jaw is going to drop to the floor. It's just incredible. But this is what it is. Building an online global shopping network. We're teaching people to open their own virtual franchise, basically in the e-commerce space. People, let me see what's next. Let me go here. I think I took the other slide out, but think about how the internet has changed our lives. Amazon has completely changed the way we shop. Everything we do, so much of it today now is done online. It wasn't like that before. Even before the COVID crisis, we were still out shopping a lot in person, but shopping online, everything online has skyrocketed. My sister Gretchen just shared a statistic with me that 8 months ago, Zoom, what we're using right now, this platform, Zoom as a company was worth $19 billion. 8 months later, today, because of everything that's happened in the marketplace, it's worth $132 billion. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about giving you an opportunity. Can you imagine when Costco and Amazon were starting? If a company like that was skyrocketing with growth, you could have positioned yourself in the midst of that growth and profit shared with the earnings that company was happening. How incredible would that be? But that's exactly what a company like Isagenix is doing. Isagenix is poised for a next wave of growth, and we want you to be a part of it. It's a real opportunity, and you look at, like I said, how the internet has changed our lives. Amazon's completely changed the way that we shop. Google has completely changed the way that we access information. Apple completely changed the way that we connect with one another. And Isagenix is changing the way people make a living for their families. Isagenix, how we earn a living is just simply, it's actually just a relocation of money you're already spending on a variety of things that are not serving you. For years, Michael and I did a lot of things to stay healthy and keep our energy high, and we weren't even thinking about healthy aging. But I mean, if I could take you back to that picture like I showed you before, my goodness, we're 25 years older today. We look and feel amazing, and it's because we've been building our bodies every single day, cell on top of cell on top of cell, with some of the best nutrition in the world. And that's the beauty of this package. So how do you get started with Isagenix? It's up to you, your goals, and how fast you want to get there. I would suggest that you would start with our value pack. The value pack has everything you need to get an incredible experience with the products and lean your body up, energy, sleep, whatever it is that can help you physically, but also give you the opportunity to sample a lot of the additional products. And we're going to have a product call, if not this Wednesday, next week Wednesday, and we'll go through all of the products so you can learn about them in depth. But there's no wrong way to get started with Isagenix. Just jump in. Everything is amazing. It's completely natural, 100% money back guarantee, so there's no risk. The company wants you to jump in with complete confidence that if you don't love it, you can send it all back and get your money back. But we know you won't. You're going to love it in your body, and you're going to love the opportunity that this company offers all of us. So with that, I just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your night tonight. And I want you to really think about this. How are you going to pivot right now in this economic climate, in this changing business landscape? This is one of the best opportunities in the marketplace today, bar none. It absolutely is. And you're going to look and feel amazing and take great care of your friends and family too. So thank you so much for being on tonight. and get back with the person that shared this information with you, and they'll come up with a plan. You guys can, whatever works for you. We just want to encourage you and invite you to be a part of it. We don't want you to miss out as this company races towards a second wave of incredible momentum. So thank you so much. Have a great night, and we will see you soon.